Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Dave Strohmeyer with Saddle Up Shooting, your host. Today I'm going to be going over the last, but certainly not the least, of my top 5 caliber cartridges that can be fired in an AR-15 type of platform that I own. Obviously there's more than just 5, but if I don't own them, I won't go over them because I give no opinion on things I do not have experience with, and I hope you appreciate that. But today in front of you is the 223 Remington or the 556 NATO, and we'll go over that in pretty good detail as well. And there will be shooting, so stay tuned for that. And we are going to go shoot this cartridge in at least 2 of the most effective for me that I have found for this setup. I also am going to direct you to another website that is going to give you the complete history. It is quite good and it's short. It's a short read, so you will enjoy it, but it's going to give the history. It's going to go into the most important part, not just of the rifle, but the cartridge itself and the many iterations of various bullet weights, the manufacturing style of those bullet weights, how they're constructed, and their intended purpose, from military to hunting. So come back in a minute, folks. Let's get to shooting. Okay folks, out on the bench is my 223 556, a brief overview of the rifle. This is a Palmetto State complete rifle that I bought probably 4 years ago. Has a 24-inch barrel, so it's primarily set up as a varmint type of situation. What's nice about the 556 and the 223 is if you're a beginning reloader, you have a multitude of opportunities from 50 grain, 80 grain, all the way up to 80 grain, and all of the bullets have a purpose involved. Instead of just going out and target shooting willy-nilly, you can shoot the varmint cartridges out to 3,300 feet per second. You can shoot the heavies, the 77, 80 grain, etc., probably right around 2,600 feet per second. And for the tactical people or the self-defense people, that's probably more appropriate. You also have barrel configurations, from short barrel rifles, 12, 14 inch. Mine's a 24 inch, but the carbine length of 16 inch is probably what most people use. And again, then you run into barrel twist. 1 and 12, 1 and 9, 1 and 8, 1 and 7, and that barrel twist is to be matched to the ammunition that you're going to be using, so that you can get good stabilization of your bullet, good accuracy. Then again, the metallurgy in the bullets. Most military people know about the full metal jacket, what it was intended for. I'm not military, I'm a hunter, so I don't shoot full metal jacket bullets. But you can shoot the mono-metal bullets, and they act sort of like a full metal jacket. But the varmint bullets are made to hit with aplomb. They don't have any penetration per se, maybe 2-3 inches, and completely obliterate the critter. To the 60, 62, 64 grain hunting style bullets that people have had really good success for pigs and deer. Now, I don't want to make anybody mad because I know a lot of people have killed deer with a 223, but I just want to point out that there is in fact 10 states that do not allow a 22 caliber bullet for deer size game. That's 1/5. Would I use the 223 for deer? Not if I had other calibers. And so I try to make it real simple, folks. Small for small, medium for medium, large for large. The larger the game, you can't be hurt by going to a larger caliber, cartridge combination, larger bullet. For small game, like what I generally use this rifle for, rock chucks, that kind of thing, These small, fast bullets are fantastic. They give you extended range out to 250 to 400 yards depending on how your load development is. Then there's the powders itself. The propellants are designed to be fast burning. If you use a slower burning powder, then you won't have the results. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to shooting, quit the talking. Camera's on down there. I'm going to start with the 55 grain varmint bullet. Now don't be laughing at my targets. I kind of drew them up to give you an idea of what it's suitable for based upon the drawings. So the first one up will be my rock truck drawing. Again, that's set at 100 yards. Let's go ahead and get everything straight here. Parallax, if I can find my target. There it is. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's go see where that hit. Okay, as you can see from my target, I aimed for the head and shot its face off, so that shot pretty good. And those 55 grain VMAXs are traveling out of this rifle just at 3,310 feet per second using CFE 223 powder. Okay, now I'm going up to the 60 grain VMAX. The reason for that is because I have a 1 in 7 barrel twist, and it just happens to like the little bit heavier bullets. It shot the 55s fine, but the 50 grain and lower would be kind of wonky. But here's the 60 grain VMAXs, a little bit higher BC, a little bit slower out of the box, 3,127 feet per second. All right. So it's the same target. Let's see if I hit it. Maybe it might be a point of impact shift. Probably will be. Anytime you change bullets. Take your safety off. Eyes on, ears in. Oh, that's still high, ain't it? I'm going to aim a little bit lower so it won't be grouping. That's better. Okay, now don't get excited about that group because I lowered my point of aim. And when you lower your point of aim, you don't have the exact same area that you're shooting at. Alright, so let's change over. Let's go to the next bullets. These next bullets will be what some people consider to be deer class bullets or pig class bullets. It'll be the 62 grain Gold Dot and the 64 grain Winchester soft point. So let me go change over. We're going to finish this up real quick. Okay, now in that article that I suggested that you read, I'll show it to you here. That gives the entire history. It's done by an ammunition manufacturer who makes recommendations on whether or not you would use a 223 5.56 for a deer. They strongly suggest, unless you're a great shot and have great shot placement and do a head or neck type of shot, that you don't use it for deer. Now don't argue with me, I'm talking about the article. I know there are plenty of people out there who have killed deer quite easily, quite vociferously with a 223 5.6. Good on you. I'm just referring to the article. So the next target I'll be shooting at is emblematic of a deer head. Even though I'm at 100 yards, it'd be about the size of a deer head at 200 yards. So it's a very small window that you would be able to shoot at that distance. Apologies to Browning, because I kind of used their logo as an example of a deer head. Alright, so the first one up is the 62 grain Spear Gold Dot. A great bullet. It is a bonded bullet, so it is designed to stay together and carry its energy on through. In order for this to be a real effective on pigs and deer-sized game, you have to have the velocity. So the velocity with these 62 grains is right at 3,060 feet per second. So I'm slowing down, but the bigger bullet should maintain the energy. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if I can hit that target. I don't even know if this is sighted in correctly for those bullets, but we're going to find out, and so are you. So if I miss, don't be laughing. You probably will anyway. I don't see where that hit. I'm just going to keep going. Okay, so at least those two shots were in the neck, and if that was good enough to break the spine, I call it good. Okay, now the next three happens to be a real good bullet that I think has been discontinued. You might correct me down in the comments. But it's a 64 grain Winchester soft point. It is a flat base bullet. It's right at 3,000 feet per second, and in my rifle is very accurate. So let's go ahead and see how those three shoot now. Alright, so mark those other shots. This ought to shoot about the same. Well, it looks like I shot his jaw off. Okay, folks, well, that gives you an idea. And this is the last of the 5 of the AR type of cartridges that can be fired in an AR-15 that I own. There might be more in the future. I'm kind of looking at that, you know, that 22 arc. I don't know, we'll let it see how other people like it. There's another 6mm round that shoots in a 5.56 cartridge. There's only one maker for it, but the numbers are kind of exciting. Alright folks, I don't think we need to go over that target. If you enjoyed this series, and if you enjoyed this specific video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Please do subscribe. Check your subscriptions, please. But no matter what, God bless you all sincerely. See you again next time. Goodbye.